Hi everyone, this is Tommy and you're watching Pixel Life Gaming. I thought I'd make a video just to talk about infestations. Now, so I've been playing a lot of Rimworld and obviously playing a lot of Rimworld and talking to a lot of people that play Rimworld, and there's a general kind of anxiety when it comes to infestations. I know some people that they'll pick a mountain base, but they won't actually actively dig into the mountain just because they don't like bugs. The other people that are so adverse to bugs as well, they'll actively go ahead and fill in any kind of mountainous regions that they find, these overhead mountains, and they'll actually block them in. Well, I'm here to kind of help you alleviate that anxiety and just to help you deal with the bugs that are causing such a problem, nightmares for everybody. So as you can see here, this is actually my offline playthrough, my private playthrough, and as you can see here, I've actually dug quite far into my base, into the mountain even, sorry. You can see here, I've got all my medical area, my prison area, my kitchen, recreation area, my crafting area, and then all my bedrooms on the side. And as you can see, I'm still kind of expanding down to the bottom here as well. So, to start off with, when you're making your base, or when you're actually preparing for infestations, there are a couple of things that I would like to point out on what some things that you should probably do to get ready for the bugs. So one is to have a few people to be your main line, front line, and have them kitted out with the best armor that you can possibly get. So as you can see here, I've got 4 people here. They're in full cataphract armor, apart from Stingford. I haven't managed to give him yet, but it doesn't have to be cataphract armor, as the Rimworld is very good at scaling to where you should be in the game, right? So if you don't have cataphract armor and very early on in the game, the best thing you can do is actually get plate armor and maybe even a simple helmet. It's probably the best thing that you can get. If you can stretch to like having the flak helmet as well, that might actually be better. But obviously that's going to be a little bit different on the research scale as well. But if you just kind of want to rush plate armor, that's fine too. And then weapons wise, you just want to give them anything that you can get your hands on. So whether that be like a long sword or a uranium club or just any kind of club, but you just want them to be at the front and be able to take a beating. They're just there to kind of hold the line. And then at the back, you want obviously the best weapons that you can, but I do recommend either like an assault rifle or like a chain shotgun. My personal favorite is a chain shotgun, but ideally you want to mix. I do have like charged rifles and charged lances, but yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that. Just use whatever you can. So either if it's a bolt rifle or just a pump shotgun, just use those. First things first, let's trigger an infestation. Oh, actually, just one more thing I wanted to say is when you're building your mountain base, I do want to say that you want to compartmentalize as much as you can. So as you can see in my base here, I've got at every intersection, I've got a like a closed off area and compartmentalized. The reason for this is when you have an infestation, you don't want them just roaming around the halls of your base and into your rooms. What you want to do is to slow their progress down as much as possible until your colonists can get there in time. Okay, and what you want to do is when the infestation arrives, what you want to do is you want to put your front line right by the door. And I do recommend a minimum of maybe of just like three wide corridor, as you can see here. So see here, well this is 5, but I do recommend a 3 wide, and the reason for that is that when you actually fight a bug, what will happen is that you'll get 1 bug standing in the doorway, but 3 people actually hitting it at once. So you'll only ever get one bug hitting 1 person at a time, and that will save your colonists a ton of headache and a ton of pain as well. And then what you want to do is you want your people at the back just pew-pewing away through the door. And generally they won't hit your front line because you're quite close. And I think there's like a minimum 4 or 5, I can't remember, where they won't actually hit your colonists. And as you can see here, actually let's get rid of the donkeys. We don't need the donkeys. Don't be an ass now. Okay. So what you want is you just want your people at the back, pew-pewing away, and then let's pretend Kelly here is the bugs, is one of the bug. Okay? So Kelly's gonna be here, and she's the bug, and she comes along, and she stands in the doorway. Okay? And then she's hitting something, right? Every other bug in the back is gonna be queuing up to get to the front here. So you actually won't take any damage at all. So what might happen is that when your people are shooting, they'll shoot at the front, the very front bug as well, but sometimes they'll also shoot at the back too, just to kind of soften them up. Okay, so yeah, let us try this out. As you can see, I'm in dev mode, so we're gonna pop an infestation just as an event. So let's do an incident, and we'll do an event. Okay, so the infestation has appeared, and you're thinking, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So don't panic. What you should do is jump to the location where it's gonna be. So it's gonna be here. Just a tiny one? Really? I'm sure we can do better than that. That's a really tiny one. I do apologize. Okay, right. Let's see. Let's just do this on a mini scale. So speed is at the essence because you do have a short time of getting people out. So the first thing you want to do is you want to forbid the doors like so, but then also you want to forbid any other doors that might be secondary path in case they break through. So if they're spawning here and they start digging through, you might want to forbid these doors up here, because if they break through, sometimes your colonists are stupid. They're gonna walk down here and they're gonna get yourselves in trouble, but also it'll allow them like another access. And the same way down here as well. You don't want them coming down here. Okay, right then. So infestation spawns. You wanna go ahead and put in your melee, your front guys. So we'll use these 3 and we'll put Rhodobella at the back. And then you want your pew-pewers right at the back. And we just wait for them to arrive. So they should arrive pretty swiftly. As you can see, they're already digging, and they're going to be digging at this door already as well. Okay? It's alright, this'll just hold a little bit. If you find that they're breaking through too quickly, as this might be actually, so it's already 70 out of 270, you can pull them back. Or you can put one melee guy at the front just to hold the fort whilst you guys are coming up front. So that's what I'm going to do here. So we had Slick coming to the side. So we're going to put Stainford at the front. And then we'll put Slick at the side. Okay, so they're going to dig through this door pretty quickly, which is not a problem. And these guys are just going to pew-pew. Right? So Stainford's taking a little bit of beating. That's fine. So the reason I've got Rhodobella at the back and I have 4 people is because if Stainford does go down, Rhodobella can can swap in just as an emergency as well. Okay, that's a very, very small infestation. And then once they've done that, it's just a simple case of going in and cleaning up. Okay. So again, that was a really tiny infestation. I'm sure we can do better. So let me clear this mess up, and we'll see if we can get a bigger infestation for you guys. Okay, so the mess has been cleaned up. I do apologize. So as I was, I've actually discovered, I've totally forgot that I put the settings down to peaceful whilst I was trying to set everything up. I've actually bumped it up to merciless here. So hopefully we're gonna get a much bigger infestation that we saw before. All right, so we'll do the same here. So we'll let this running a little bit. We'll spawn the infestation, and we'll see where it appears. Let's have a look. Okay, so they're spawning right on the bottom, and there's quite a lot. Oh my lordy, this is actually crazy. Okay, so the same rules apply. Speed is up the essence. We want to block all the doors to make sure no animals or pawns actually enter the room, and any other doors. So they're basically going to be completely closed up. Luckily, there's nothing down here, but if there was things that are going to be appearing, you are going to have a terrible time with like bedrooms, or if they were just spawning in the hydroponics, you are going to lose it all. So that's just something you're just going to have to deal with. Alright, so the second thing is we bring our front line to the front as soon as possible. Okay, so we'll bring Slick to the front. Mr. Brocho. We'll get Rhodabello at the front here and Stingfoot at the back. And then we'll get the other guys to come to the front like this. And then we'll bring the other ones to the back here. And we'll let that run and get them in place. That is quite a lot, I do have to say. So we'll just wait for everybody to come into place. Right, so since there's quite a lot as well, we'll utilize the animals just in case. It's going to get a little bit crowded, but it's fine. Alright, that is quite a lot of infestations. Okay, so we'll speed things up just to get them in place. As you can see, the infestations are actually moving up. They've got quite a lot of stuff down at the bottom. They're quite happy, just kind of, well, loitering around, I guess. Alright, so it could be that we might lose somebody here, and you have to be prepared for that as well. But it's okay. You want to deal with it as it comes. Hopefully, these guys will be able to tank that. And then the other ones, what we'll do, in fact, I totally forgot to get this as well. We shall get a chain shotgun somewhere. There we go. And we'll get Phoebes as well with a chain shotgun. And we'll get them to the front. And once they get here, we'll move them to the front here like that. So this is very typical, obviously. Because you always forget something, don't you? Before you actually deal with it. But we have time, like I said, they're not moving anywhere, so that's fine. So we'll just wait for them to get those weapons and move along. And I do hope that boom lobe is going to cause a problem, isn't it? Alright, let's move that boom lobe somewhere else. Let's just do this. Let's see. Where can we put him? Okay, well, maybe we'll make a new area. Doesn't really. Let's just put the animal like up here. So, Mr. Boomerlope, can you just stay away, please? I don't want you blowing up in my face. Thank you very much. Alright, so I do have some people that are incapable of violence, so they can't shoot or anything like that. But what they are good at is being recovery at the back. So they'll sit at the back and just wait, really, in case somebody goes down, and then they'll take them to the hospital. So Phoebes is on her way, and I think we can probably start going ahead and activating these guys. Alright, so the next thing is we need to open this door. And then we need to get Slick to walk through it. But then once it's walked through it and the door's held open, we want Slick to walk back again. And these animals are eye hoping, but they are probably going to die as well because they're a little bit too close. That's fine. But the name of the game is just to have him trickle in. So as you can see, all the infestations are in a panic now. They're on their way over, and there is quite a lot. How many is that? That's 59 cephala's. Oh, Spelopedes even. 49 mega scarabs. And where else? The little baby ones. I don't know. That's quite a lot. So probably like 150. I want to say 150 insects. So we'll see with 150 insects and 14 humans how we'll manage. And obviously some animals. So you see there's nothing, the guys aren't really taking any damage, and the bugs are already starting to like get massacred at the front. People are pew-pewing at the back. And as you can see, they're already backing up, so they're not actually taking any. None of these bugs are affecting any of these guys at all yet. We'll see how they hold out. Okay, so they managed to get through the animals now. time for the melee to step in. So Rotobello's got some injuries here. And they do have some bionics going on. But they're okay, they're okay. Just a few bruises, nothing so far. Nothing serious. As you see, the guys are perfectly safe at the back. Chain shotguns are coming away. Charge rifles as well. Everything's okay. We'll lose that elephant and we'll probably lose that donkey as well. So let's have a look. Again, nothing serious. I am a little bit concerned that they do have gut worm because that will add to any damage that they take as well, but they seem to be doing okay. So as you see, look, they're still queuing up, this. We've still got quite a lot of bugs to go through, but I think we're going to be okay still. Again, no problems so far. Well, a little bit of problems. And we still have a backup person in the ready to go as well, in case one of these guys goes down. But they're managing so far. That donkey's gone back up. He wants a second round, look. Bugs are still queuing up. And they will try and come through this way because this is the easiest way to get to our pawns. They won't go around unless it's already dug through, and then they'll try and get through this way. Okay, so the wall's gone down now, but it's fine because we're still holding them off. So we don't need to worry about that. This elephant is going crazy. And unfortunately the elephant's probably gonna die as well. Alright, let's have a look at these bugs. Oh, these guys, they're doing okay. Morale's a little bit low though. I am a little bit concerned that they may break. But we'll see, we'll see how we manage. So we're still holding off so far. And in fact, most of the bugs are almost dead, in fact. So much so that all the dead bodies, they've actually backed up. Okay, the donkey died, that's fine. Bugs are kind of okay. They're really thinning out now, really thinning out. And I think that is your lot. That is actually your lot. Okay, so now it's just a case of cleaning up. So we'll just start moving everything forward. And we'll slaughter anything animal-wise. So let's slaughter all those. Any bugs? Like this. Alright, so what we can do is we can get these rangers to start moving through and start clearing them up. And then the melee guys will go ahead and finish things off. And if you hold shift, there's a tip for you. If you hold shift and get them to do what you want to do, they'll queue up all the actions for you. So Phoebes is having a tantrum. Alright. That's fine. You can have a tantrum, Phoebes, it's okay. We'll let you. Okay, so these guys at the back, because they were not doing anything, they can actually chill now. You can undraft them. And then what you can do is you can undraft anybody that is gonna have a mental breakdown. Because the worst thing is that if you've managed just to survive and then have one of your melee guys that is fully kitted up with bionics and cataphract armor to go berserk, yeah, you're not gonna have a good time there. So just take away anybody that you feel is going to break, and I think we're good here. Yeah. Alright. And I have no idea where these... Oh, we had friendlies. Okay, well the friendlies are insignificant. They're coming here to like finish people off. Finish the bugs off, which is fine. Actually just speeding up the process. But they weren't there for the majority of the battle, so that was fortunate timing from an experiment point of view. Or demonstration point of view. So all the bugs are down. we actually don't need to do anything. We can probably let these guys finish everything off, to be honest. But normally we'll just send our guys in and we'll finish all the hives and collect our reward. That's a lot of money. All that jelly. So we'll let these guys finish them off. Alright, amazing. Okay, great. So we'll allow everything here as well. Because that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Phoebes is going a bit crazy still. Alright, and there's a lot of bugs as well. And obviously you can use all these bugs for your kibble as well. I mean, if you have the storage for them. That's a lot of bugs. That's a lot of bugs. Alright. So yeah, that's how you deal with infestation, guys. Again, don't be too like distracted with what my guys have got, like bionics and all that kind of stuff. This is a merciless infestation, and it has scale to what I have. Okay. If depending on this is the max setting that you can play with. If you're not playing merciless, obviously, then the bugs infestation will be a lot less, and whatever you can research quickest will be good enough, okay? Because the game will scale to what you have. So let's say, you know, you've only managed to get plate armor, okay? Steel plate armor is perfectly fine, okay? And if you get some like flak helmets or just normal simple helmets, those are fine too. Just give them whatever weapon you can. I do recommend like a longsword. Plasteel longsword is fine, or any kind of club is good as well. I really like the uranium warhammers. I don't know why, they just feel very satisfying to use. So a uranium warhammer or a club is fine as well. But the main point of the front line is just to be a wall. You don't so armor is the most important. Obviously you want to do some damage whilst they're at the front line, but your main damage is going to be coming from the back, from your ranged guys, and again that could be anything that you can get your hands on. So ideally you want something that's fast firing, so assault rifles, heavy SMGs, even a pump shotgun. It's a little bit slow, but it has the damage there. LMGs, that kind of stuff. Try and avoid things like sniper rifles. I did use charge lances here. I don't recommend those because they are slow firing, but they do a lot of damage and penetration, which is why I've got it here. But I do recommend more faster firing weapons, just because you just want to get damage out there as well. And yeah, and get them as close as possible. Sometimes there is a corridor, and you want them kind of close, just so they can get the better accuracy the closer that they can get. Okay, so yeah, I hope that helps you guys. I hope it helps you overcome your fear of infestations and building a mountain base. And yeah, maybe I'll do another video of how to. If you guys want to leave a comment below and ask how do you deal with such and such, or what the best whatever is, please let me know, and I'll see what kind of video I can do. Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button for more videos in the future. Thank you very much. Peace. You just need to like... Oh! Oh my god! Last one!